You know, that goofy, cringy look that like 90% of YouTubers have in their thumbnail? Stop it. Now. Link down below as always to credit the original uploader of this article. I wanted to ramble and rant about the upcoming SummerSlam. It's in 5 days. I'm so excited. They say it's the biggest party of the summer. It's the only party of the summer. What other PLE pay-per-view is there in the summer that's worth talking about? I don't know of any others. And then the one before that is the spring party, which is Mania. And then the winter party, which is the Royal Rumble. And then, you know, the spring party, that is the Royal Rumble, or that is the Survivor Series. Anyhow, Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso. Don't ask me what that was. I'm really hyper. This is what happens. Universal Championship. Anything goes. Tribal combat. Couple of things could happen. Jimmy Uso could come to help keep Solo Sikoa at bay from trying to interfere. Something wild could happen. Jimmy Uso sides with Roman and Solo. Unlikely, but hey, we've seen some weird shit go down in the history of professional wrestling, regardless of the promotion, that I wouldn't put anything past anyone. Yeah. Because SummerSlam seems to be a time, too, where a lot of people make their comebacks, their returns from injuries. It just seems like that's a time where people do it. I don't think Jay's going to win. That doesn't mean I don't want him to win. I just think creatively, I'm not saying it doesn't make sense to have Jay win, but it could have easily have been Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes, and none of that came to fruition. So what would make main event Jey Uso break it at SummerSlam? I mean, it is arguably the second biggest premium pay-per-view. I like pay-per-view because you're paying per the view of a show that you're watching. This premium live event bullshit. Don't get me started. I think Roman retains, but I think from a story perspective, something interesting is going to happen. Maybe Solo Sikoa turns on Roman, but the thing is there would have to be something that's transpiring potentially during the match that unfolds that would make Solo Sikoa get angry, like when Roman grabs Solo Sikoa to stop him from, you know, giving anybody the thumb to the trachea. But this is not a tag team match. So if Solo's just out on the outside, what's Roman going to be barking that's going to piss off Solo so much that he's going to flip? I don't know. But you never know. Could have been building up. I don't know. I don't see that happening, but I would like to see it happen. We'll just have to wait and see, but I think Roman retains, but I think something with either Jimmy or Solo may potentially happen. It would be really boring to just have like Roman or Jay have their match and nothing else dramatic happens. You got to have something dramatic happen with one of the main events, the showcase of the summer, if you're especially going to have Roman retain the title. Which, as much as I love him to death, there needs to be a new champion. Cody Rhodes. Anyways. Women's Championship. Asuka, Bianca, and Charlotta. I did that because I wanted all the names to rhyme. These are the weird things that I do. So a lot of people are tired with Flair winning all these belts. Bianca's great in the ring. There's something about her, I don't know what it is, that I'm not digging. She's so good in the ring. And it's going to sound really asshole-like of me, but I'm going to say it anyways. I think it's when she talks and she does her promos. There's just like this girl. I ain't buying it. There's just something generic that I really just am that just drives me nuts. But she's an amazing person, amazing talent. I love Asuka. I love my Flair. Woo! That was really cringy. Don't share that with anybody on any other platforms unless you think I'll get hundreds of thousands of views. I think Charlotte either wins or maybe Asuka retains by spewing that green goo in people's face. Who else could come out? Oh. Yes. Charlotte Flair could win, but Io Sky, women's Money in the Bank holder, cashes in on Flair and becomes champ. Oof. Could be a thing. World Heavyweight Championship. Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor. This has been, just as it says there, one hell of a feud. It's been growing for like 7 years. And it really has a deep storyline because, again, Seth Rollins legit injured Finn Balor, who was the first ever Universal Champion when the belt was red. And I liked it a lot. You see, the bloodline is crumbling. There's no other big stable right now or faction that's got a lot of stuff going on for them, aside from Judgment Day. You've got Dom as North American NXT champion, if that's the proper title. You've got, I almost said Ronda Rhea. Wow. Rhea Ripley, women's champ. Dirty Dom Dom, again, NA champ. You've got Senor Damian Priest as your Money in the Bank holder. It would add so much fucking chaos if Finn Balor wins and then Damian Priest, there's only one, and Damian Priest cashes in on Balor. Oh! Then he breaks up. I want him away from... I almost said the judge line. I really need to go back to bed. This is why I could never be hired by WWE to do anything. I'm all over the place. It's ridiculous. I could never have my own talk show like Grayson Waller as much as I'd like to. I want that to happen so bad. Like, I love Seth. I'm so happy he's champion. He's a workhorse. He totally deserves it. I want him to have a good run. But I just want to see the drama of Finn winning, and I would want him to keep it, and then maybe have a storyline where Damian Priest is always teasing, you know, maybe I'll cash this in, maybe I won't, more friction between Damian and Finn, or they could just have it so that Damian cashes in right there at SummerSlam. It'd be like the heist of the century, like they said it was for Seth Rollins when he cashed in on Lesnar. Is that what he did at Lesnar a couple years back? We'll have to wait and see, but I think something really hog wild is going to happen. Or Seth wins, Finn is done, like he's half passed out, and Damian Priest goes to cash in on Seth, and Finn blocks it. Plot twist. And then Seth thanks him, whatever. Then they somehow become buddies. I don't know. This is why I'm not a part of creative. I have shitty ideas. I want Damian Priest to win the whole thing. Cash in on Finn Balor. That one would be the most dramatic scenario. Let me know what you think of any of this. Intercontinental Champion Gunther versus Drew. Honestly, I wanted it to be Sheamus. I love Drew to death. He's amazing. He deserves the world. But I really wanted Sheamus to win it because I truly feel he needs... It's all he's missing for the Grand Slam championship. Or just to become a Grand Slam champ. Yeah, champion. But we could have Drew win, which would make Drew look really strong and big, dethroning Gunther's over 400 days, rapidly approaching breaking Honky Tonk Man's record. I hope he breaks it in some ways. And then Ultimate Warrior just comes in 10 seconds at SummerSlam. 93. 87. Oh, man. Anyways, back then, a long time ago, and annihilated him, and then Warrior, Ultimate Warrior, that is, won. I want Drew McIntyre to win, maybe hold it for a good while, and maybe drop it to Sheamus. Okay? Because they get back into it, because they were like broskies. They were bros, right? They were sort of kind of... Drew, that is, were sort of kind of part of the Brawling Brute faction, but not really. Because Drew and Sheamus are real-life friends as well. Like, they're very, very close. It'd be cool to have Sheamus at some point become Grand Slam champ. And then I don't know what would happen from there. But I know that either Gunther or Roman's got to lose the belt. We can't just have no title belt. No title changes. Speaking of which, if I'm not mistaken, there is no tag team championship matches, whether women or men. I think Sami Zayn's going to be doing a little something, but KO, I think, is out with an injury. I don't think if it's legit or not or just scripted. And there's also no Austin Theory. I know that Santos Escobar is going to be facing him on August the 11th at, like, you know, the next SmackDown after SummerSlam. So not this one coming up, not this Friday, because this Saturday we have SummerSlam, but the Friday after is when Austin Theory defends. But in the meantime, what's going to happen? I have no idea. Like, is he even scheduled? I couldn't find it on any website whatsoever. Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar. This will be the rubber match. I'm not going to lie, I don't know what the hell that means. Both have a win over the other. I don't know. A rubber match. It's just a straight up match. Oh God, I love Cody so much. And Brock Lesnar. But I think maybe, with all due respect, Cody Rhodes may have a little bit more, maybe, a bit more gas in the tank from a longevity standpoint than Brock Lesnar. I could be wrong. I feel like this would really cement Cody Rhodes as even being a bigger threat. Maybe working up to WrestleMania 40, if that's ever going to be a thing, to face Roman Reigns or whatever for Cody Rhodes to finish the story. I don't know. I still like the idea of that, for Roman Reigns to hold on for one more year. At the most, he's got to drop it. WrestleMania 40 is the deadline. It's the apocalypse for his reign. For Roman Reigns' reign. Yeah, I want Cody to win. I don't know of anybody that would come out to help defend. No, can't think of anything there. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Logan Paul versus Ricochet. I want Logan Paul to win. Yeah, this is going to be a really good match. Very technical. It is just ridiculous how talented Ricochet is. As is Logan Paul. Someone who, on a personal level, you know, I used to think he was a real dingaling. A real dingus. A dingleberry. Just something that starts with D. Dipshit. Whatever. But it seems like he's matured a little bit. He's engaged now. You know, I wish him all the best, all the success, further success. I'm waiting to get some success. But I wish him further success, and at the same time, I want a little success. Like 5% of what he's got. Just 5% on YouTube. Between, like, all three of my channels. But I want Logan Paul to win. And I think this is going to be a banger. I think this is going to be one of my favorite matches of the night. I mean, I've seen them go toe-to-toe before, and it's just words in a dictionary in any language does not properly describe the kind of match that these two can put on, truthfully. It's wild. They can put on a 5-star match. And I don't use that term often and lightly. Okay? I'm talking some like Bret Hart, fucking Shawn Michaels, Iron Man match caliber shit. So yeah, I think Logan Paul's gonna take the victory. Anybody who's got two names that could be someone's first name, double the power. That made no sense, but it did to me. Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. Oh boy. Well, Ronda Rousey apparently has plans to finish up with the WWE soon, and she wanted to do a match before leaving. It's like I want Ronda to win, to kind of leave on a high note, but at the same time, from a scripted perspective moving forward, maybe have Shayna win, so Ronda puts Shayna over, and because Shayna's sticking around for the long haul. And then that makes Shayna look badass, like I retired Ronda Rousey, or not necessarily retired her, but took her out, whatever. So I want Ronda to win, but from a business perspective, I think it's best for business potentially for Shayna to win. I would think. But I don't think it's too ridiculous to have Ronda Rousey leave on a high note either. The Slim Jim. Oh, yeah. Again, that was really cringy, but I had to do it because the Macho Man and I share the same birthday, November the 15th. Sadly for me, that's the only thing we have in common. Yeah, so far, I think it's only LA Knight and Sheamus that are officially announced for it. I don't even know, I don't even know what the hell the point of it is. Like, what does the winner get? I have no idea. I'm completely lost. Oh yeah, Rhea Ripley was supposed to potentially be defending against Raquel Rodriguez, but I think she's legitimately injured too, and I don't know if she's going to make it. So we've got Rhea Ripley, that women's champ, the two tag team from both genders, and we've got Austin Theory's United States Championship. These are all belts that I don't even know if they're being defended. So if you made it this far, book an appointment with your psychiatrist. This was probably longer. Oh my God, this is probably going to be longer than the actual freaking highlight recap I'm going to do when this shit goes live. I mean, after it goes live. Oh man, but if you made it this far, thank you. It's great. And you're crazy. Let me know down below what you think. Who do you want to win in all of this shenanigan? And the matches that don't seem to be scheduled in terms of championships, what do you think's going to happen to that? Do you think any of these champions that I mentioned that aren't scheduled on the card going to show up somehow? Who do you think might show up randomly out of nowhere that might do something? Could Randy Orton, come back? Something. Just something. Let me know. Because I care. And the ulterior motive. It helps with the algorithm. Okay? So there you have it. As always, if you liked the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. I almost went like that. That's not a thumbs up. This is a thumbs up. As it does greatly help support, there we go, the channel with the algorithm. And if you didn't like the video, well, that's just too bad. Look at how many of me there are. That's too many. Thanks to, what was I saying? This is what happens when you have ADHD and you don't focus. You didn't like it. Thumbs down and I'll bend it in half, twist it, and break it off in your ass. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, I mean, naturally that would be great. But if not, I get it. There's a lot of wrestling YouTubers out there doing their thing, and I'm just trying to get a piece of the pie. Truth be told, just the crust. I don't need the cherry filling and all that shit. There's too much sugar in there. There's too much diabetes in that shit. I just want the crust, which arguably is the best part of the pie. Just a little... Anyways. And if you want to subscribe, if I didn't say that already, that naturally would be great. Yeah, I did already say that. I'm just going to go now and get some sleep. Take care. Thanks for stopping by anyways, even if you don't subscribe. It's cool. Whatever. And maybe I'll see some of you in the next one. Bye for now.